My mom kicked me out at 16 to save resources for her new babies. Last week she showed up at my door demanding I pay for their college. When I said no, she attacked me on my porch. It ended with my neighbors calling the cops, and my mom in cuffs. She had me at 20. My biological dad bailed before I was even born. My grandparents carried us so she could finish school and get stable. When I was 8, she started dating a coworker, Harry. We weren't close, but we coexisted. Then they married, and 4 years later she had twins with him. That's when I became background noise. Every time I walked into a room, my mom looked annoyed. Like my existence was another bill. I tried staying out of the way. I offered help. I kept thinking she raised me alone. She won't drop me now. I was wrong. 6 months after the twins were born, they sat me down like HR. They talked about expense and a growing family and how I should understand priorities. I offered to get a job. My mom didn't even blink. I want to save money for the kids who deserve it more. That was it, not need deserve. So I left. They didn't tell me where to go. They didn't ask if I was safe. They just watched me pack like I was a roommate moving out. I went straight to my grandparents. They were furious, but they didn't cut her off because they still wanted access to the twins. I got a part-time job anyway because my grandparents were older and I hated feeling like extra weight. College was the same story. No mom, no stepdad. No help. My grandparents couldn't haul dorm stuff, so friends did. I took out loans and my uncle kazaned on the condition I'd never let it fall on him. I worked through school, paid my bills, graduated with only my grandparents in the crowd. My mom didn't even call after that. I built my life quietly, cheap apartment, rent, debt payments, slow progress. Years of saying no to myself so future me could breathe. And it worked. I climbed. 4 months ago, I landed a senior management role at the same company. I told almost nobody. I did tell my uncle because he earned that update. Apparently he mentioned it at a family get-together and my mom took that as an invitation. She and my stepdad showed up at my house like nothing happened, no apology. No, I'm proud of you. Just a stunned look that I'd done well without them. We heard about your promotion, my stepdad said. My mom added, why didn't you tell us? I actually laughed. You kicked me out. Why would I report my life to you? Then they got to the real reason they were there. Their business failed. They were behind on everything. The twins were college age and suddenly I was their backup plan. You can make it up to us, my mom said. Pay their tuition. You owe this family. I stared at her. The family that decided I didn't deserve a bedroom. They tried to flip it on me. I was old enough back then to understand. I was too involved and irritable. My mom pulled the classic line about sacrifices. Like feeding your child is some elective hobby. You're being ungrateful, she snapped. No, I said. I'm being accurate. I told them to leave. They refused, so I stood up, opened my front door and pointed at the porch like a bouncer. When they still argued, I picked up my phone. Walk out or I call the police. They finally left. But my mom started emailing me every other day from new accounts after I blocked her. Every message was the same guilt trip, just with different punctuation. Then she escalated. She showed up at my office and demanded to see me. I wasn't even there that day. The receptionist put her on the phone and my stomach dropped to meet me. My mom demanded no. I said, if you pull this again, I'll sue you. She went quiet. She left. I thought that would be the end. It wasn't a few days later. I got home from work and she was waiting outside my door. I told her leave or I'm calling the cops. Then she lunged at me fast and angry. My phone skidded across the concrete. Next her fingers hooked my shirt and yanked hard. Then my back slammed down and the air left me. After that she swung wild, spitting curses in my face. My neighbors rushed out shouting. And someone grabbed her wrists. Then the cops arrived in cuff. Snap shut. I pressed charges. My attorney filed for a restraining order. My stepdad took the twins and moved in with his parents. Even my grandparents finally said they're done with her. And for the first time in my life, my mom's priorities don't include me at all. Honestly, that's fine. She taught me how to survive without a mother. Now she can live with the part where I don't pick up the bill.